I probably need to, like, go to the actual new, like, live stream, because it's probably considered two different things now. It is not. That's kind of weird. Or is it? What? Okay, YouTube's being weird. I don't know what YouTube's doing right now. Okay, yeah, so it did make a new thing, which is annoying, but whatever. Yes, we are back. I'm just trying to, like, view it on YouTube side, but, like, oh my goodness, YouTube is annoying when it tries, when it comes to this. I don't know why. So I'm going to click on this one instead and see what happens. Okay, we got the actual live stream up. Thank goodness. Let's see what happens if I... What can I do? Now, does that hide that on stream? Let's hope it does not. Would the issue be your internet or your computer? It could be the output that, like, I'm, like, trying to display it at, which is at, like... I just, like, lowered it a little bit to, like, 648, which probably isn't helping, but it's better than before, so that's one thing. It's not at 97% of the frames dropped. It's still at 35, which kind of sucks. Oh, that's still on there. Okay. So we're going to show that. Unfortunately, I can't have that disappear on my thing. Well, what's going on, everybody? Because on OBS, it looks fine. But on stream, obviously, like, it's skipping frames and everything. What's the bitrate? I have it at... where is it? I have it at 700. I have no idea what to do with bitrate, by the way. So, if that's considered low, that's probably the reason. But, like, I don't know what to do with bitrate at all, so I tend to just try to not touch it. Oh yeah, Slides just walks in a circle until you, like, do something. Also, I just realized the stream is, like, mega delayed. By, like, a solid 20 seconds, and I don't want it to be like that. Is it CBR or VBR? I do not know what that is. So, again, don't know that much about streaming. I usually just do it. What's up, Prodigy? Again, I kind of wish that the delay was not as big as it was. Because I think it's like about, what, 10 seconds at least. Which I don't like. But it kind of just has to be that way. Okay, so bitrate settings, that was just there. Video bitrate is at 700, encoder is software X264, and then audio bitrate is 160, which I'm assuming the audio bitrate's fine because you guys could hear me just fine for this entire time. That doesn't seem to be the issue at all. But I'm assuming the software thing probably shouldn't just be software. It should probably be something important. And my output mode is just on simple. I'm using Streamlabs OBS, by the way, and not like regular OBS, just to make that distinction clear. Yeah, I don't have my stuff on advanced. That's probably a reason why. It does kind of suck that I'm gonna have to get rid of like, what, 2 streams, quote-unquote streams, because of this. But it's whatever. I mean, yeah, and apparently the skip frames have been getting at least somewhat better. I think it's good enough now to actually like play a game. I meant to I meant to start a new game, but whatever. We are here. We are going to... Oh wait, I think I have to quit the entire game to go back to the main menu. That kind of sucks, unless... Yeah, save and quit actually does it. I haven't played Sly in a while. But yeah, what's going on, everybody? It's been a while since, like, I last streamed. Which I say every time I stream, because that's always the case. Why did the screen go black? What?
This is
oh,
Duck.
I forgot. It's stupidly delayed. Yeah, I have to change so much stuff, dude. And like, the issue is I don't like stream enough to where it like
this is your first time out in the field, but
like it still matters obviously, but like again, I don't stream enough to like actually know most of the stuff that goes into streaming, which is like problematic when you actually do want to stream sometimes. But thankfully I chose to just stream Sly games because they have a lot of... I gotta switch this camera. I'm doing that now. Am I... There we go. Inverted. There we go. Now I can play like a normal human being. But, the main reason I just chose Sly games is because they have cutscenes that you can't even skip, so... The meaning of life is to jump and press the circle button. It very much is. You'll help me once I'm done with this. Just hit you up afterwards? Alright. Because, like, my goodness. I remember the last time I streamed, and before then, I might have been using regular OBS, I'm not gonna lie. But, like, my goodness, it was not this bad. I remember the last live stream was actually, like, fine at, like, 720. What if I play Xbox? The only problem with that is, the only Xbox thing I have is a 360, and the only game I have with that is a game I'm reviewing later. So... You still need to buy the Sly collection? Dude, Sly is still fun, but it sucks that we're, like, more than likely never gonna get it again. Because, like, I've actually, like, platinumed every single Sly game. Like, that's how much I like the Sly series, to be honest. And it also kind of sucks that, like, the best version to get the collection on is, like, it's still debatably, like, the PS2 version, but... Because, like, the PS3 version does have some issues that don't make sense, but... what is it? But, like, in terms of, like, modernizing, or, like, modern consoles, the PS3 version is, like, more than likely the best thing you can get right now. Because, like, the PS Now versions of the Sly games suck. Especially Sly 1. I don't think Sly 2 or 3 is on PS Now. I think it's just 1 and 4, if I'm correct. I'm probably wrong, but regardless, those versions still suck. Streamlabs OBS is more demanding than regular OBS. That's probably why. All of Sony's good series just wind up dying off. Unfortunately. Oh wow, I've never seen a coin go up there. But, when it came to Sly just keeps getting kicked over and over as a series, and it sucks so much. Especially when you, like, love the series, only for it to constantly get kicked while it's down. My stream is the second one you watched today. I don't know when you watched the first one then, because it's like, what? It's 10:30 almost? At least in my time zone anyways. It could be different for you, but I don't know. For it to have only been your second stream is kind of surprising to me. These games deserve a remake like Crash and Spyro. They 100% do. The problem is, like, I don't think Sly's gonna get a continuation. It's gonna get, like, a complete remake or, like, a spiritual successor before Sly actually, like, comes around, which sucks. Like, if the spiritual successor is good, then, like, cool, it's something, but, like, I'm not expecting it. My best stream is when I ranked a bunch of the games that I made videos for. I mainly just did that because it's like, I kind of just wanted to do it, and then I actually, like, cared about, like, what I did for those. And then some people, of course, were like, yeah, some of these, like, are hot takes.
Another barrier stands before you.
What happened to the Sly cartoon? I don't know. Too much stuff has happened to the Sly cartoon, honestly. Like, because the cartoon was supposed to be a movie, number one. It was supposed to be a movie, like, and I think it was supposed to release around the same time that the Ratchet and Clank movie came out, but, like, the trailer for, the first trailer for the Sly movie was, like, what, 2013 or something? Like, years before the movie was even supposed to have a, like, release date or something. And, after that, we didn't hear anything about the movie for, like, years in terms of trailers or anything. And then all of a sudden we get a trailer, and then, like, well, no, we didn't get anything for years. Sly movie just never came out. I think we got another trailer for the movie. Then nothing happened again. Then it was supposed to be like a cartoon. And we have been getting information about that, but, like, I honestly don't know what's happening with it. You have to be just on top of the game when it comes to the information about that cartoon. Otherwise, you just won't know about it. Like, I remember making a video about if the Sly series was just dead as a whole, and I brought up that movie, and in that video I was like, people don't even know that this movie is a cartoon right now. Number one, some people probably have just forgotten that the movie was supposed to exist at some point. And then basically that cartoon doing good is the only thing that would keep Sly alive. Because if it didn't, Sly was basically 100% dead. And, like, now I don't even know what's happening with the Sly cartoon. So it's like, Sly is, like, basically 100% dead. The only thing that's really keeping it going is, like, one content creator that's, like, doing news for it, and then speedrunners. But other than that, like, you're not going to see, like, Let's Players or people play Sly Cooper for the first time on Twitch or something like that. Like, wow, that happened. That was weird. But, like, you're not gonna see that happen, like, often at all.
You're all going to jail.
Pick me up at the rendezvous.
Phineas and Ferb should have been higher. What did I have that game in? I think I had it in A. How could I? But yeah, I had Phineas and Ferb across the second dimension in A. The bosses are not that good. And no parry to platform boss fight. He's just not in the story at all, which is like, what? No, I'm not letting that slide. One of the coolest parts about the movie, and he's just not in there. He's a costume and that's it. Like, but even then, I'm like, that's not gonna make up for that. Him being a costume is not enough for me. I'm trying to reach chat while also running from Carmelita. She misses most of her shots, so I shouldn't even have to worry about that, honestly, but I am trying to get money at the same time. Okay, I don't know what invisible wall that was. Okay. And now cutscene, so I can just do whatever. Did you see the Ratchet and Clank movie? If so, what did you think of it? I remember going to see the Ratchet and Clank movie for my, I think it was my 16th birthday. Yeah, it was 2016. So my 16th birthday, because I think, did it release then? I think it released on my birthday. I'm not sure, but at the time, like before the movie came out, I hadn't played the first game, so like I decided to play through the first game before I went to see the movie. That way I would know of any differences or anything like that. And I enjoyed it as someone who isn't that heavily invested in Ratchet and Clank, but I know that a lot of people didn't, which is like surprising to me. I just enjoyed the movie. I didn't really have any major issues with it, to be honest.
Imagine the hatred.
You're gonna get Battle for Bikini Bottom rehydrated, and if so, you're gonna review it. Yes and yes, 100%. I know people have been asking me to review Battle for Bikini Bottom, just the original version anyways. So I'm waiting for rehydrated so I can do that version.
And I wound up in an orphanage.
You used to play Sly 1 and 2 a ton at the Boys and Girl Club. Never owned it personally, outside of renting it from Blockbuster though. I have played through all of 4. When it came to what I call the PlayStation 2 platformer trilogy, that being Sly, Jack, and Ratchet and Clank. Sly, I played all of the Sly games. I didn't even touch Jack and Daxter until like I did my Let's Plays for them, and now I've done all of those games. And the only Ratchet and Clank games I've played are the first one, All for One, and like a little bit of like 2 other games, and I think that's it. Phineas and Ferb should have been S. Dude, again, it's the bosses and no platyboard. Those were the things that were keeping it from S tier. I'm just like, I can't defend it. The music's great. The art style surprisingly looks good in 3D, which I can imagine for the characters of Phineas and Ferb is hard. The gameplay is really enjoyable, aside from boss fights. And there's no parry to platyboard. I can't give it an S tier for that. Like low-key, no parry to platyboard in story is almost the entire reason. That is almost enough reason alone to have it in A. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like Rayman. Ubisoft brought Rayman back just to forget it again. I'm assuming we're still talking about Sly here, but the thing is, it wasn't Sucker Punch that brought back Sly. Like, they had Sanzaru, who worked on the collection, work on like 4, because like I think I remember them like, I don't remember exactly. It was either they made some form of like tech demo for Sly 4 to see if people had interest in it, and people did, or they worked on the collection to see if people liked it, and they did. It was one of those situations. I'm not entirely sure, but it was something like that. And what does not help is that Sanzaru left off Sly 4 as a cliffhanger and was going to have more stuff in Sly 4 as DLC, but because people didn't like Sly 4 that much, we ended up not getting DLC, and now Sly's just stuck in Egypt somewhere. So it's just like, dope. You left it off at a cliffhanger. I hate it when things do that, because if it doesn't work out, It's not gonna work. Now you have a story that's left unfinished. You're gonna keep it real outside of Jack X. You really don't think the Jack games are good? I can imagine that they're not for everyone. And like, for me, like, the main issue that I kind of had with 2 was that it was similar to GTA games, and that was like what the development team was going for. But I don't really play GTA games. They kind of have the same issues. Well, Jack 2 has the same issues that I have with GTA games. Whenever it comes to like moving around, there's just so many streets, all cluttered together, a bunch of vehicles. I can get in trouble for no reason. And then Jack 2 was also just stupidly difficult. Like, even the development team was like, okay, we kind of messed up on that. That's our bad. Hey, what's up, Blue Raccoon? I even see you with the Sly Cooper profile picture. Let's go, dude. But time to, like, go through my typical bottle addiction again. I'm going to be getting all these bottles before I actually do the first mission. I'm gonna also try and make sure I don't get caught in the street whenever I'm looking at chat. That'd be nice. Would you make this game S tier if Bentley was given a shotgun? Very odd question, but Bentley would just fall down whenever trying to use it, actually. Never mind. It'd be funny, but no. I can see Murray with a shotgun, though. Murray would actually work pretty well with that. You're not too crazy for themes of in time. See, I just like all of the games. Okay, none of them heard that, but me, I just like all of the games. Now, of course, I have like an order, but like, I still like all of them. And I feel like that's kind of the case for a good amount of the Sly base, or at least anyone that's vocal about 4. He's lived in the past and in a desert. Yeah. Well, I believe he was like for one of the, what is it? There was something in Sly 4 where like in the ending it showed that he was in front of a pyramid. And that was supposed to be like the DLC for that. But of course we're not getting it now, unfortunately. When you break your foot while jumping into your homie's pool after playing T&D and now you can't walk. That... How did that course of events even happen? That is crazy. Did I miss any other bottles around here? No, there's not one up there. Oh wait, there's one over... Yeah, there's one over here. Because I could hear it, but I was like, wait, where is it? There's a part of me that misses that clink sound. There's also a part of me that doesn't, because anytime I hear it, I have to go after it. Again, these bottles are like my collectible addiction. These bottles were the reason I started like doing everything in platformers and video games whenever I could. Because even though you can do these like literally whenever, it's still best to like do these as soon as possible, because like there are some missions where you like the chest or vault for the bottles are like inside certain missions, so it's just better to like get them out of the way anyways. Sly 2 was The Emperor Strikes Back to view. See, I don't really watch Star Wars like that. I've only seen the more recent stuff, believe it or not. Like, I've only seen the more recent films. So, to me, I'm just like, yeah, that analogy kind of goes over my head a bit. Like, I know Emperor Strikes Back is like deemed to be one of, if not the best Star Wars films. So in terms of that, I understand that. But like other than that, it's just like I can't really relate to any of this. Yeah, there's a bottle down there. You recognize that Rockstar makes amazing games, but you don't like them that much. Again, like, oh, I did not pay attention to that. I'm surprised he did not see me, I'll be very honest. But, again, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, cool, like, they make great games, but, like, more often than not, I'm not gonna play them because I just, like, don't care. You jumped off a wall. Oh. It's kind of ironic that Infamous is sorts in the same boat as Sly. I don't know. Infamous is a weird case to me, because, like, I don't even hear anything about Infamous anymore, to be honest. Oh, he has something in his pocket. I want to get it, but, like, that guy's there. Let's hope that's not close enough. It probably is. It is. Yes, there is a bottle here, so I can get that anyways. In the meantime, and then I jump back, so I can get this guy. Let's hope he's still here. He is over there. We're gonna go above. Are you still here, or did you despawn? Because I'm gonna hate it if he despawned. I think he despawned. That's great. Second Son was supposed to get DLC for all the conduits in the game, and we never got it after the first one. Really? Huh, okay. This is your first stream you wanted to stay for, by the way. You never stay on streams, and the only time you did was those dumb Pokemon and Smash streams. You are going to enjoy this immensely. Thank you very much. I'm glad I'm able to provide content, even with a... It's not even an aged game. It's just a game that, like, no one really talks about anymore. Well, not... I wouldn't even say that no one talks about it. It's just like, it's not nearly as relevant anymore, which sucks. Because, like, of all series that I would love a comeback for, Sly's at the top of the list. Infamous was inspired by Sly. I also, yep, there's a bottle. I could hear it. That's a little odd because I don't see it. Well, not too much. I know Infamous has a huge thing where, like, okay, running along the rooftop and all that. But, like, I feel like that's a thing for any platformer. And Infamous is, like, kind of a platformer, but also kind of not. It's a weird situation. There's 4 more bottles, and they're definitely just scattered everywhere. I think one of them is, like, down underneath one of these bridges. I think that's one of them I didn't get. Oh, there's one over there. Also, you will try... Oh, okay. Have you played Klonoa? No, I have not, but I have, like, heard people enjoying it, to be honest. That's about it. Is there a bottle down here? No. Ugh, I have not played this since old... Oh, how did I miss that one? I feel like I should have seen that one. Okay, so that's 28 out of 30. Also, and those Pokemon and Smash streams are the Nintendo Direct announcements. Well, yeah, typically. You played 1 as a kid, but never beat those infamous time trials. I played 1 and 2. And then I played a little bit of Second Son, but like I never finished it, and then anything after I didn't do. I've never touched First Light, I think that's what it's called. Well, happy 18th birthday to your brother, Hugh. And like my brother's also going to be going to college. Did I miss 2 bottles and boats? I'm surprised I missed those. But anyways, my brother's also going to be going to college too. Like once this stuff dies down, or if this stuff dies down, who knows? Oh, there's one more bottle somewhere, and I have no idea where it is, which kind of sucks. But I'm 100% just going to be scouring for it, because I'm not going to miss that. Also, I'm glad that other guy was facing the other way, because I definitely didn't see him until now. Oh, that guy has stuff in his pocket too. Do you watch Leverage? I do not know what that is, so the short answer to that is no. Oh wait, the bottle's there. Good thing I went over here then. Do you have something in your pocket? Okay, well, we're gonna have to go up here. But I think this guy has something in his pocket too. Yeah, he does. All of this will come very much in handy later. Oh, that... Okay, whatever. Yeah, they'll say me. Probably. But whatever.
Well, that's all the clues.
So sad. Klonoa sells like poop, so we'll never get a new one.
Keep looking.
Again, I don't have a connection to Klonoa, like, at all, so I can't show any, like... I don't know what the right word is. Have any form of opinion on it, but... Yeah, it does suck sometimes whenever, like, a series, like, that you like, or just any particular game that you like, doesn't end up getting anything else.
Bitrate's communication array so that we'll have access to his database.
How am I supposed to do that?
Second Son is good, but it has a really steep difficulty spike at the end of the game.
Then reposition the satellite dish to point at my safe house antenna. If you want to climb on stuff, jump and hit the circle.
Wait, did you
button
make
to
an
grab
infamous joke? I didn't notice, to be honest.
Right. Jump and press the circle button to climb pipes. I'm on it.
Oh my... There's usually not this many guards over here.
I've projected holographic markers near interactive objects like this satellite dish.
It's almost like Sly Cooper is a live-action Robin Hood team.
The first one's in position. I've uploaded the next waypoint into your thief mask imager. Remember, click the L3 button.
That does
to locate
at least
your
sound
next
interesting.
objective.
You're like the only YouTuber who reviews a lot of these games. There are like a few other ones that like I've seen. Like one of them that's like a really famous one is Mini-Me. I think that's the name of his channel. Let's hope this is how it's spelled. Yes, it is.
Okay, only one more to go.
Mini-Me, who has like over 100,000, and he reviews license-based games, at least to an extent. So like, he is what on earth, Sly? I did not press square there. But he does license-based games a good amount of the time. So he's like a famous one. I've been doing collabs with like other content creators as well. Like I have one that's going to be releasing on another person's channel in a few days, actually, if everything goes well. I've done one with another one who has less subscribers than me on their channel for open season. So yeah, there are other content creators, but you have to look for them. Like you have to find them, which is hard.
And take some reconnaissance photos of of the clockwork tail feathers. To get inside, you'll have to sneak through an old wine cellar beneath town.
Okay, I'll head out for
Like
the
you
cellar.
said, infamous in reference to the other guys talking. I'm still not kidding you. I'm just dumb. I don't know. But also, I don't care, like, if he swears or not. I honestly don't care. Unless you were, like, joking, of course, Blue Raccoon, but, like, I don't really care. You don't know why you've considered when a character tells you to press a button, a fourth wall breaks? It basically is. Sly loves to tell you to jump and press the circle button a
Sounds
lot.
like fun. You and me, back
Like
to
it's
back.
a big meme within Sly.
Fighting impossible odds.
Just like basically every single game does it.
All right, pal. Let's get to it.
Fear the Murray.
I don't know what pushed me like that. I'm not sure if that was Murray or not. Wow, Murray cleaned most of them.
Sly, let me lower those bars for you. There you go. To get over this thing, you'll have to double jump. Hit the X button to jump. Then, while in the air,
Also,
press it
double
again
jumping is just
to
a
get some
common thing.
extra air time. Looks like you're on your own from here.
I'm used to it. Thanks for the help.
But like,
Anytime,
the
partner.
weird thing is, like, double jumping in Sly, for some odd reason, it makes more sense because in Sly 1, and like, basically, throughout the Cooper gang in general, like, there were
Heads up, if you
just,
leave this
the entire
area,
Cooper
you'll
gang is
abandon
just
your
fascinating
current
because on one end, you have the really mundane ones where it's like, someone learned how to swim. And so for the rest of the Cooper gang was able to swim. But then you have characters who could learn to electrocute themselves by rolling on the ground. Was able to not slow down time, but like turn themselves invisible. And then another one who made themselves invisible while moving. One who could slow down time, and one who could defy gravity. So like, the notion of double jumping is not surprising. The idea of double jumping is just not surprising in the Sly universe, considering that. And that's like all things that can actually be done. Trying to get as many coins as I can. Like you said, infamous, cause they did. You hope. I'm trying to read. Did you hope I would like the bad joke and try and get to Sly? Also, would you consider playing the other Edda and Netta games? Yes, I would. It's just,
Sly, in order
here's
to
the thing
get
with
past
requests,
these
right?
lasers, you need to crawl
I
under
get
that
so many
table.
requests
To do that,
from
enter
different
the
games,
table,
and I don't
press
know
the
why.
circle
It's usually only different games, and like half the time it's usually like
cards are too tough to
something
fight
relatively
head-on.
niche, like
Crawl under the
Code
table and
Lyoko.
sneak around him.
If any of you remember that, like I'll get requests for like Code Lyoko games. Sometimes I'll get like a Spider-Man request or something. Sometimes I'll get Netta and Eddie requests. Like the only ones that have been like actually consistent, I think, yeah, those points just went through the wall. That's annoying. But the only games that I've gotten consistent requests for are Ben 10 Cosmic Destruction, which makes sense because that's like the Ben 10 is like the series that has the most views. I got caught. Are you kidding me? I thought he moved that further than that. But Ben 10 is like the most viewed reviews on my series. So like it makes sense for the most amount of people to be requesting for another Ben 10 game. And SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. But other than that, it's usually different games. And then there's also times where it's like, okay, I also want to do a game myself. Like for myself. I'm going to wait extra long now There we go.
This air vent leads into Dimitri's nightclub.
None of them ever took swimming class in the orphanage. Yeah, they never did.
In order to
Which is
shut down
odd.
those yellow lasers, you'll need to take out that guard. Sneak up behind him and press
Ben 10
the
games or
triangle
the
button to knock
coming
it into
Samurai
the
Jack
air.
games? Okay.
Then the square
Also, when it
button
comes to that, because I know some people are definitely going to be asking me about that. I did not watch Samurai Jack when I was younger. Like, that's another thing when it comes to reviews, because there's a good amount of them where it's like, okay, I have not watched these, so I need to watch these so I know what I'm getting into. So I have the information, especially if like something is based off of any particular episode. I need to like have that information so I can point that out. Because it feels weird to do a review for a game and then also not have the knowledge about said like source material that the game is based off of. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. These guys might have money on them though. I'm gonna check. You do not. And you do not. Okay. I'm just gonna run up on them then.
If you get in a fight with those rats,
Oh, hi. I never knew there was one up there. Oh, I never knew you could do that if they were knocked down. Because they're usually never knocked down. Okay. Ow. Huh, that's interesting. What is up, M Gamer? There are technically 6 Identity games. I know there's the Misadventures and 2. It's either 2 GBA games or 1 GBA game and a DS game. I think that's it. CN Block Party and CN Speedway for GB, which can be gotten on the same cartridge. I do know of those. And then I know of the PS2 version of CN Speedway. But like, I think that's a somewhat quote-unquote enhanced version of the GBA version. So if I can, I'd like to do the PS2 version of that.
Aha, another air vent.
Who doesn't love Ben 10?
Judging by that
Honestly, I can't think of anyone that does not like, at the very least, like Ben 10.
jackpot. The
Oh,
heart
right, there's
of
not
the
a vault here.
Matrix operation.
I'm gonna move over some.
Head for those windows and take some reconnaissance photos.
I gotta wait.
Tap the R3 button. You know, click the right analog stick to bring up your binocucom. It's
But,
already
one extra
outfitted with
GBA
a
game you
spy
forgot the
cam.
name for. I know one of them is
Use the right
Jawbreakers.
analog stick to
That's
zoom in
just the
and
name,
out on
Etta and Eddie
photo targets.
Jawbreakers.
Tap the
But,
R1 button to take a picture when you've got a good shot.
Oh, Scam of the Century. I think that's what the other one is. And I think that's a DS
That's
title.
our target. Dimitri, professional lounge lizard.
Gonna dip, hit you up after the stream so you can help me. Alright. I'll try and remember to do that.
That generator seems to be powering the security
You got a PS2 a few
systems
months
down
ago.
here.
I remember getting a PS2, like, was it last? I know it was at least last year.
Dimitri's using the clockwork tail feathers as printing
When was it? It was when I did Vilgax Attacks when I got my PS2. That was like the first PS2 game I did, I think.
That
So
should
that
do
was
it,
like
Sly.
about,
Head back to the safe house and we'll cook
I don't
up
think
a
it was in
plan of
April.
attack.
I think it was further, because I think I was home when I did that review, so I think it was during the summer. Unless I'm thinking of Vilgax Attacks.
The recon photos are a grim reminder.
I think it was
of
during
what
the summer when
modern
I did that.
thief is up
Because I don't
against.
remember recording that game when I was at
Spotlights,
college.
Stepped up patrols. The sum
yeah,
of it
I-
all
I remember
renders
getting a
direct
PS2 like last
assault
year.
impossible.
The
To solve
PS2
this
version is
puzzle,
vastly
I'm
different.
going
The
to need
EDs
some
aren't
more
available in the
intelligence.
PS2 version. Ill.
First, replace this bugged painting with one
Can you also
Dimitri
review
has
the
in his
Teen
office.
Titans game?
Once
I can
in
try
place,
to at some
we
point.
should be
Again,
able
there's
to
so many
listen in
because
on his
there's someone who
communications.
asked me to do Tarzan like a
Second,
long
if
time
we see
ago,
the boss,
but then I just
tail
never
him.
got to it, so I need to make sure
We
to do
might
that.
learn something from studying his movements.
There's that.
Once we've got a
The
proper
Turtles' voice is
understanding of
annoying.
the
Why do you not
operation,
like Bentley?
those clockwork tail feathers are as good as
I've never heard of anyone that doesn't like Bentley. I'll be honest. People usually like every member of the Sly Gang. So those, that's very useful. I'll be honest, I don't really use either of these, but we have no other gadgets. Therefore, I'm just gonna buy those. Or buy the smoke bomb, and I need to remember to set that. Oh, there it is. Oh wait, isn't there? Yeah, there's more than one mission here. Oh, well, wait, never mind. Oh right, I think in Slide 3, the like landmarks actually have the name over them, but Slide 2 doesn't. Slide 2 only has it if you like go into your binocular, which is odd. That's a nice quality of life change that Slide 3 made. Both are probably different enough for their own reviews in terms of what they do. That's fair. Also, in terms of like different versions of games, I usually don't end up doing that. Mainly because either A, because like some people want me to do like the other versions of like Toy Story 3, because I did the PS3 version that had like the most amount of stuff, but then like the PC or PS2 versions like weren't as good. So like people want me to look at those versions because I didn't mention those versions in the video, which on one hand it's like, okay, yeah, that is a little bit of a mistake on my part, but like one, I just straight up didn't know. Aside from like the Zerg stuff that was added in the PS3 version. But like I feel like going to other versions just to talk about the fact that they're worse is just like, I don't know. I feel like that doesn't warrant a full video unless it's like a mini series where I talk about alternate versions of games that I've done. But I don't know. I feel like it's not too worth it to do that. He has a name. Yes, he has a name. What do you mean? All the characters have, well, the main characters anyway has a name. Bentley has your respect, but you get lost in Donatello mode. Okay, these guards are kind of annoying. This is like really bad because I can't be on this water tower for this. I'm sure he'll disappear at some point.
You won't be able to see what Dimitri is doing from up on that.
I don't remember Dimitri taking this path. This is weird. I think he normally goes this way. Unless I'm just remembering that wrong. This is horrible. Okay. What are these guard placements, dog? I have to try and jump over this and not have Dimitri see me. Okay, this is fine. And I should be good here. Thankfully, I can just do that. That guard placement was like the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay. The only PS2 games you got are... Oh, like I only got a PS2 recently. I never... Well, like, I say recently, but last year. I never owned a PS2 before, like, doing my reviews. And like even then, the only ones I own are like license-based games, and then I bought Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 on PS. Well, Kingdom Hearts... Did I buy Kingdom Hearts 2? I forget. Because like I remember... Oh my goodness, the frame rate. What was that? Oh goodness, he heard me running. But I remember I remember getting the PS2, not PS2, Kingdom Hearts 2 from my cousin. Well, that's because I stole it. But I did actually get Kingdom Hearts 1 on PS2. Because I'm just like, okay, I kind of just want these because I'm just a big Kingdom Hearts fan. And like, I wanted a PS2 when I was younger, specifically just for Kingdom Hearts, because they weren't out on PS3 at the time. And like, the only games I had played were like the more, like, recent ones, quote unquote, which were on like DS and PSP. Because on consoles it's not that bad, like differences aren't that big. It's Like, it's always just some minor content and slight changes. Like,
Nice.
yeah,
So
that's the
you'll be
thing.
able to listen
And
in
like
on
sometimes there are
conversations.
also like graphical differences between versions. Like mainly if it's like PS2 to PS3, yeah, there's a graphical difference, which is why I want to try and get the best graphical version. Just so like it's easier to look at. Number one. But what else? It's just easier to look at when I have the best looking version graphically. It could also function the worst, which kind of sucks, but... And like, I tried to do that with Generator Rex, because I had the Wii version originally, and that was the version I was gonna do my review on, but like, the frame rate was so bad, I was just like... When I saw it in like a local game store, I was like, I'm getting the PS3 version to hopefully make this better. It was better, but not by much. Oh my goodness, Sly. Okay. Going. Spider-Man 2002, Transformers 2007, Armada, GTA San Andreas. That's a pretty decent pack. But like, the only PS2 games I have are in collections for PS3. Or they were like on PS4, like Jack X.
That's all right. I never was one for the direct approach.
But handheld versions are always different. Yeah, the handheld versions of games are always different from the console versions, but the console versions are usually like just very minor to the point where it's just like, I don't think this warrants enough of a enough for a video. And even then, I usually don't want to do like the handheld versions of the games because I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I'd have to do another video on like the same. And like the weird thing is, it's not even the same game, which is like. So I can't even really use that as an excuse. Can I make this? Okay, I tried at least. Thankfully, I didn't get hit by a laser. But yeah, I tried. Because I know you can skip, like, this entire area if you know what to do, but I don't, so. Because I think what you're able to do is that you're able to jump up, like, this waterfall area here. That or you're able to jump up to here. I think that's what you do in like speedruns. Like Assassin's Creed on DS. Yeah. That's going to obviously have a lot of differences. Bentley's voice makes you want to commit a felony. Dog. He's not that bad. Do I still remember this? I do. 231, baby. That's the only one I remember. Your neighbors are shooting fireworks next door. I'm not gonna say try and make sure that those are fireworks, because you never know what could happen, but let's just hope those are fireworks, dog, because times are crazy right now. What's up, Braden? Thanks for the support, man. Yes, this is the PS3 remaster version of the game. I am noticing frame drops. Oh my god. We're gonna try and sneak past them. Because I want this for money. You can wiggle both Sly and Bentley during the calm conversations. That's in Sly 1 only. Sly 2 and onward is like, actually, I did not even mean to walk past that. I just tried to jump and press the circle button, but I didn't hold it. But anyways, it's only in Sly 1 where you're able to do that. Any game after that is actually like automated head movements. Especially 4. 4 has the most detail when it comes to the actual movement of the characters. But yeah, 2, 3, and 4, you're not able to move their heads around. That's only a Sly 1 thing. Also, there's more than one Assassin's Creed DS game, just like Call of Duty. What is life? Yeah, I can't imagine playing Call of Duty on, like, DS. Okay, so I need to make my way over to... Isn't it over there? Yeah, I was about to say, the building blocked it out. Couldn't see it. But, like, if Bentley's voice annoyed you, man, like, Carmelita's voice changes every single game. Literally, for all 4 games, it's a different person. And it's just like, dog. They are not consistent.
Make your way back to the aqua pump room and sabotage it.
Jeez, I don't know.
Bentley's voice sounds like a
How am I
nerd with a
supposed to
cold
get
trying to
past
tell you
these
how to
lasers?
defuse a bomb.
You should be
I
able to
mean,
break
that's
the
basically
power
what it
by
is.
throwing something at it. Press the circle button
Aside from
on
the
your
cold.
stop move near the ice
But
machine to pick up a
that's
block of
basically what
ice.
Bentley is.
Then press
He's
the
just a nerd
square
telling you how to
button
defuse a
throw the
bomb
block
by
at the
jumping and
power
pressing the
line.
circle button.
Hit the circle button to pick stuff up and the square button to throw. Got it.
And I can use anything in this case instead of just the ice blocks.
You're strong, Murray. Try picking up other stuff in the room.
Okay, okay, there are 3 objects here, good. Let's hope I don't miss any of these, though. There we go.
Enemies that are knocked
Yeah.
out can be picked up with your stomp move. Throw something at that guard, then jump up there and pick him up with the circle button.
Alright. Oh, goodness. Also, this laser wall usually annoys me, the camera.
Toss the rats into that
I didn't mean to hit both of them.
those pipes.
Because I need to pick them up and throw them into this. But I guess that makes it easier, because now it's just one at a time. But yeah, we're 100% murdering these guys, because they have to go inside of that. And then it blows out afterwards, so even then... Yeah.
That did it, Murray.
COD DS games are not good. I would imagine. Your sister got it for Christmas many years ago, and having busted a DS...
They're
Wait.
playing right into our
And having busted DS back triggers makes it literally unplayable. Oh, yeah. I can imagine. That would be like the only way you'd be able to like shoot anything. I think.
Okay, fellas, I've constructed a plan to get at the clockwork tail feathers, but we'll need to pull off a few more jobs to set things up for the heist. First, Sly will have to pick a few pockets in the theater so that we'll have access to the Spotlight Control Center. Once that's accomplished, we'll be able to turn off all the security around the printing press. We'll need your
But, like,
muscle,
my main
Murray, to
experience
take
with
out
Call of Duty
all
has
the
been,
exterior alarm horns.
it mainly
We
started
don't
with
want
like
anything to
Black
alert
Ops
the
on
guards
PS3,
while we pull off the
and
big
then
job.
Black Ops
And
2.
finally,
I played
we'll need to
Ghost.
get into the discotheque to drop this mirror ball.
I played
Trust
Infinity
me,
Warfare,
it's all
well,
part
Infinite
of the
Warfare,
plan.
for like a little bit, but then I stopped. Like, Black Ops and Black Ops 2 was like my peak when it came to the COD games. Other than that, I haven't really played them. Aren't there 2 slime missions? There are. That one unlocks Bentley's mission, I know that. What is this one? Theater pickpocketing. Okay, I think I can do that one and then do the other thing. Okay, I messed that up. But yeah, I think I can do this, then do that one over there, get the treasure that's over there, and then come back and then use Bentley. Like, you need both buttons to play, and if both are busted, yeah, dead game, 100%. Oh, come on. I'm messing up these jumps terribly. He's gonna see me 100%. Or not. That's one thing that always amazes me. Guards sightline. What is your favorite trading card game? And if it isn't Yu-Gi-Oh, why? So, I don't really play trading card games, so, like, I don't really have one. I just haven't played any. Like, the only one I've even come remotely close to playing is Bakugan, but even then I didn't even play it legitimately. I just had Bakugan and Bakugan cards. And then I also had the game, which I did a review for. Well, I had 2 games. I did a review for one,
Sorry, Bentley.
and then I
Those
have the other
fans are
game with
spinning
me,
way too fast to
but
walk on.
I have not done a review for that one. During lockdown, you haven't been playing games that much? You're focusing on watching anime? During a good amount of the lockdown, I had college to worry about still, so you can imagine how that went, but I've been like somewhat focused on like doing channel stuff, which is still hard because of the college. Thankfully, I'm out of college right now, so I have more time to actually worry about videos and actually play games, because I've been playing FF7 because I didn't like really get a chance to start doing that until like recently, because I bought the game. And like I've been having a really fun time with FF7 remake. I think I'm like 15 hours into the game. I'm in chapter 10. So I'm like about halfway through the game now. Okay, guard down here. I didn't know you could grab that. Come on. But yeah, I do also want to like watch more anime. Oh, why did you hear that? Okay, we're gonna run in here then. There's a guard over here. I'm gonna try and go for the one up top, because I think this is better. Please don't turn around instantly. He also definitely just snapped over to the right. Okay. So the guy up here might hear this though, which sucks. Okay, no, he did not. No, he didn't. Okay. But yeah, I need to watch more anime, especially if I'm like gonna be trying to do more anime games. Guard stopping suddenly is so it's so nerve-wracking. Let's hope that guard is not out there right now. I know there's another guard. Oh wait, he's not gonna hear that. There's another guard up here, so I'm just gonna take care of him. Have you seen Beast Wars? No, I have not. And like I explained this in like well, not even an update video. It was a Q&A video. I think it was last year. But in a Q&A video, like I explained when it came to anime, like I like anime, and like I know a lot about anime, but I don't watch it like that. I'm not a religious watcher of anime, which is odd. And like the main reason is because I have a bunch of friends who do watch anime like at least more religiously than I do. And like they actually keep up to anime. They watch it on like Crunchyroll and all that, and like actually like put a lot of time into it. But like me, I mean, I know Dragon Ball because everyone knows Dragon Ball. But I know Dragon Ball. I know some parts of Naruto, mainly because again, I'm just a part of the anime culture. And like I've seen the first 100 episodes of Naruto, and that was mainly just like in preparation for my Naruto Clash of Ninja review, so I would have the information like freshest in my mind. And like I've seen some other animes, like I've watched some of Soul Eater. What else was there? I've seen some episodes of My Hero Academia, which is like the big thing that got me into like watching more anime. I've seen a bit of Bleach. I know some parts of One Piece. What else is there? I've seen up to part 4 of JoJo. So like, I've seen a good amount of like anime and the anime community. It's just that I don't watch anime. I hope that the rest of the stream goes well. I'm glad you were able to come by and enjoy your stay for as long as you did. Where? There it is.
We can pawn the good stuff for a lot of coins back here in the safe house.
Oh wait, was there a treasure up there? No, there's not a treasure there. I'm not sure what he was talking about then. That's weird. Whatever. Is there a guard over here? Okay, there is. He was walking the other way. I was hoping he'd be walking this way. But it's whatever now. And you do not want to play
Hold it, Cooper.
what? Spectrobes without Spectrobes. The game that turns into you fighting enemies with the power of a toothpick.
So that Claw Gang slip was a clue. Why are you helping me out?
I'm not as black and white as Conrad.
Hey, sup, Jaden?
I know what a menace those clockwork parts are, and I don't want the likes of the Claw Gang putting them.
You're starting to get into Sailor Moon. Your girlfriend is trying to get you into it.
What?
And JoJo as
Takes
well.
a
Oh
thief
wait,
to
I'm
catch a
reading 2 comments into one from 2 different people.
If I'm going to trust you in this case,
My
I need to
Hero
know that
Academia is one of your
you can
favorites,
keep
and
up.
JoJo as well. Okay,
Literally.
but
Don't fall behind.
I've been like pretty interested in Naruto. I do need to watch it more.
You'll need it to keep up with custom.
Okay, all the coins are going up there, but I'm going to be missing out on all of those. Oh wait, I remember something you can do. You can do that and nearly just can't go anywhere. For the love of God, drop the me. Basically. But I don't know which episode like I haven't seen yet of JoJo. Or like when Sly, what? Why did you go to that? Keep moving. I'm right here. Yeah, that's also another thing that Sly games will do. For some reason, Sly will just target anything but the one you want it to go to. But anyways. Another thing with me is that, like, if I don't play a game or watch an anime, like, consistently, I'll just drop out of it for, like, no reason. Because, like, this happened with Persona 5. Like, a while back, the original Persona 5, where like I got up to like the very beginning of Akumura's Palace when you like walk in there, and like for some reason I just stopped playing the game. Like it wasn't even like I was having a bad time with the game. I just stopped playing it, and I don't even know why. I just stopped. Like that's just a thing that I do when it comes to like video games and anime. Like if I don't play the game or watch the anime consistently enough, I'll just stop. Because like that's also happened with Bleach so far. That has happened with JoJo. That has happened with Naruto.
Glad you approved.
It's happened with everything. I just have to stick with it.
Enter Dimitri's nightclub without a warrant.
And it's annoying, and I know that I do it, but I keep doing it.
Which a person like yourself can use however he pleases.
Oh, we are absolutely going to work well together.
That job inside
Check out Big O.
require
I'm not sure what Big O is.
skills.
Persona 5 is super easy to exploit. See, it was my first time playing the game, so like, I didn't really know what to exploit at all, number one. And 2, I typically don't like exploiting things in video games because I'm like, okay, this feels cheap, this feels easy, I'm not gonna do this. Because like, I like having a decent challenge in games. But I'll also call out a game when it's too hard for like no reason. But Big O is just 26 episodes. I might try to watch it. Again, there's just so much stuff. Like, goodness. There's so much stuff I have to watch in terms of like just cartoons, because sometimes I haven't really watched cartoons like that. Oh wait, I got some other stuff too. But Sometimes I haven't watched cartoons like that. Sometimes I haven't seen like anime. Sometimes I haven't seen movies, so I have to watch those. Because like I was going to do an Iron Man review at some point, and like I hadn't seen Iron Man, so I had to watch that obviously. Or Iron Man 1, just to be specific. But like, yeah, I had to watch Iron Man 1. I hadn't seen Tarzan, so I had to watch Tarzan, and I actually did that. I did a report on Tarzan for like my English final. Which is funny. And I got a good grade on it, which I feel like I shouldn't have. I'll be honest. I hated that paper. I did it in like 10 hours. Like the same day. Oh, that's not what that does. Oh, wait. I missed. I could have sworn you were supposed to get like a cutscene, weren't you? Or is it just further up? Maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know. Eat. Nope, the game is just glitched. Because there's no sound, there's no music. Dope. I think the game just soft locked. What happened? Okay, that's dope. The game soft locked. I don't even know what happened. Dope. I can't wait to see people's reactions to this. You would hate Persona 5 then? I actually still really like Persona 5. You would like to start watching Attack on Titan. Ooh, I actually remember watching Attack on Titan for the first time. It was over at my cousin's house, and he had like the DVD for season 1, and I was like really enjoying it. I didn't go any further because like I didn't own the DVD, obviously, so like the way you exploit it is extremely easy. Like it's purely because of the ambushing and once more mechanic. Well, I ambushed like pretty much almost every time. Like getting caught was like not a thing. As well as confidant abilities. Oh yeah, confidant abilities can actually break the game. Yeah, the in-game audio. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm gonna fix it. Which sucks because I have not saved. So if I can figure out what to do. There we go. We're gonna leave that like that. Ugh, my controller's actually low on battery, so we're just gonna switch consoles entirely. How about that? So I will be back in a very quick second. So just hold on. I have returned. I'm just waiting for the game to boot up. To be continued, basically. It sucks, but that's the way it is. So now we're just going to be on PS4. And I'm not really sure what I want to play on PS4. Because I was planning on just playing Sly the entire time, but since it's soft locked and my PS3 controller battery is low, I was just like, okay, let's just go to something else, I guess. I guess we'll play Kingdom Hearts. Why not? KH2. Let me turn on there. But yeah, we'll just play Kingdom Hearts. That isn't bad at first. I'm not sure what you're talking about. In terms of like Sly, I'm assuming? Have you seen Scoob? No, I have not seen Scoob. I've heard that people didn't really like it though, which is surprising, honestly. I figured people would have actually enjoyed it. Because it looks good given the trailers. We're going to be playing Kingdom Hearts. Until you realize that you get more until you hit every enemy with their weakness. Are you talking about a specific confidant or just the combat? I'm not entirely sure. Look through the chat log, you missed the message before it. Oh, the ambushing and once more mechanic, right. I mean, that's fine. I didn't really have a problem with it. Like, to me, I was just like, yeah, this is fine. Aside from Okumura's Palace was like, ugh. Alright, I probably also shouldn't be here because, I'm pretty sure this theme is, kind of copyrighted. So we're gonna go to, I don't know. I have some files here. Let's go to this one and just work off of this. Well, you check out Scoob. Bye for now. See you, Blue Raccoon. It was nice chilling with you. The voice acting for Scoob changed from the original. Yeah, I know that the original, like, the casting for Scoob is different from everything else. Why do I have those off? Well, this one I usually have off, but... I must have just gotten... What is it? High jump in the fight that was, like, right before this. Do you guys have items? No, you don't. I'm smart. Accumulate. I have that. Okay. Just the combat, it becomes really routine. It didn't really become routine for me, to be honest. Like, I enjoyed, like, P5's combat all the way through, aside from Okumura's Palace, as I said. Because, like, the way that Haru plays is, like, it feels like she hits everything or she hits nothing. Oh, right. This is not this one hit. But, like, it genuinely feels like if I... Because in Okumura's Palace, it's basically everything's weak to gun or psychic. And, like, I have to hit either everything. And, like, typically, the things that are weak to, like, gun are strong against psychic. Or the things that are strong against psychic are weak against gun. So it's just, like, dope. Oh, wait, I'm pressing the wrong button. Final Fantasy VII is corrupt. He just jumped over the box. He didn't care. He just jumped straight over it. I've never seen them do that. But anyways, again, I didn't really care too much. If I'm remembering Okumura's Palace correctly anyways, that's how the experience was for me. It was just infuriating trying to play through his palace with Haru, because, like, there was just sometimes where, like, okay, enemies are weak to psychic, and then they're weak to everything. Well, they're strong against everything but psychic, and then it's like sometimes it's like, okay, they're weak to gun. But, like, then you mix those enemies together and it's just like, dope. I can't do this efficiently. Like, at all. That's the big issue. All normal encounters basically go the same way because of once more. And keep in mind, you can go so much... You can so much as Joker alone before the other characters get a chance. Well, I didn't... Again, I don't find that to be that bad because, like, again, like... Well, not again, but... If you don't have the means of, like, keeping your SP up efficiently, like, at all, then, like, that's not the biggest problem. And then there were a good amount of times where, like, Joker just doesn't go first. So, like, if anything, sometimes for me, Joker would just straight up go last when I would want him to go first. So it's just, like, dope. I need any money I Cage 2, best cage. Don't argue with you. I'm not going to try to. Been a while since you've been in my streams. It's just been a while since I've streamed in general. So that's like one thing, because I don't stream very often. That mess. I don't know. Huh, he did not say anything there. Okay. Meaning you get so much free damage from Joker's actions and everyone cleans up. I mean, that's not the worst thing, considering he's the wild card. He's supposed to kind of like be able to do damage to a lot more enemies than your party members are supposed to be able to. Like, I feel like that's kind of the point of Joker, in a sense. Because if everyone else was able to just do equal amount of damage as Joker, then everyone would just feel the exact same. Which would then kind of just rule out the entire point of the card. Well, in terms of elements and just the wild card existing to begin with. Because if everyone was just able to do about the same amount of damage as like from just physical attacks, then like it just wouldn't do anything. I need to switch. I'm gonna switch out Donald. Actually, yeah, it makes sense for me to do that. Most enemies here are like immune or resistant to magic. Do I have? No, I do not have that. Okay, I don't have Combo Master. SP Charm 3 literally gives you constant SP that makes it impossible to use it all up. But that's if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, and on a first playthrough, you more than likely won't unless you look up literally everything. But like, if you don't know what you're doing, or like how to get the best of everything, then yeah, you're not going to be able to constantly do that all the time. Sometimes you just end up putting your time into activities that would end up benefiting you a lot more than the certain like other players who didn't. And like that's somewhat okay. Like, yeah, to an extent there are some broken aspects about P5. But at the same time, you also have to like either stumble upon them or you have to know them. Glad I'm streaming again. Who knows when the next time will be, to be honest, because the last time I streamed was like in March, I think. If not sooner than March. So like, don't be 100% happy about it, because like, I don't know what I'm going to be streaming next. And that's like the main issue with me streaming in general. I just kind of stream whenever I feel like it. Because like, I typically don't like streaming like that much compared to video making. I like video making way more compared to streaming. Last time, oh, that here's wrong. Last time you were here, I streamed 3 and I was in the Frozen World. That was like last year. So like, yeah, it's been a while. Ow. Okay. Okay. We're doing that. I'd like to not die to these. Oh my goodness, Lord. Okay, we're gonna try and run into the safe room. Okay. I'm glad he healed me. Or someone healed me. I think... Oh wait, I didn't remove beast items. I forgot. I'm kind of glad I forgot in this case, though, because I definitely almost died. It's like the first time I've ever been thankful for my party members using items. But now you... Oh, he used them all already. And that's why I don't give my partners items. Typically. Because he used up all 4 of his items. I'm assuming he has full items when he's there. Like, it's not like... Oh, this guy... I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's this guy. In terms of power, if that makes sense. I have not played this guy, so I have no idea. For P5, you are given too much power without much effort. Okay, that's a fair argument. I can give you that much. You do actually get, like, a lot of power. Like, without actually having to try too much. At the same time, though, that is somewhat also the point, because you're supposed to build up your relationship with your party members and get stronger through that. So I don't know. Like, that's kind of the point. You're supposed to dedicate time to your party members to get stronger. And, like, get access to better items, weapons, etc. Oh, I'm glad that missed. I'm very surprised that it did. He's missing a lot of his attacks aside from that one. Alright. Oh, of course, there's more. A lot more. Okay, do we have this handled? Okay, there's one enemy left. Beast is very much taking care of him. Okay. It's all under control. Okay, no more enemies. Yeah, this guy lets you build yourself up with the effort you put in. You get as strong as you make yourself. It's not given to you on a silver platter. You're out of ideas for comments right now. It's like that sometimes. A tactical grid-based RPG. Okay. Actually, this guy does that too, but better. Like, you can see your characters working together, build up your strengths. I mean, it's... I don't know, because, like... Okay, Beast, thank you. But, because, like, while in Disgaea, you do see, like your eyes, like, the characters working together, and that, therefore, makes them stronger. Like, Persona 5, you use time as, like, a resource to build up your relationships, which, therefore, make you stronger. Like, sure, it is, like, theoretically less effort, then, like, why do I have a missing armor piece? Give me that. But, while it is, like, theoretically less effort because you're not having to put as much, like, actual experience into it, I guess? Or, like, actual time battling? What is it? Like, you are still having to, like, put in some form of, like, resource to do it. Well, to get stronger. Do I usually have Blizzard on Triangle? Ew. I don't think I normally do that, but whatever. Well, actually, maybe I do. Maybe I'm just not used to having Blizzard on at all, because I know, like, later on in the game I don't have Blizzard on, like, a shortcut. I typically have Thunder in that spot. Oh, okay. Kind of forgot that he does that move. This should... Okay. That was a little close for comfort, but we're good. But yeah, while I'm doing this boss, you can, like, explain, like, your side of things. Please get over here. And he should go into the roof now? Or he's gonna go into that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now he's going into that. This should be a good distance. Have I seen Adventure Time? I've seen a good amount of Adventure Time, but like, I wouldn't say enough to say like, it's weird because like I remember watching Adventure Time like, in the early like portions of the show when like the story didn't seem to have as big of a focus, or I don't even know how to describe it, because like there was like a big shift in like the tone of the series, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, because like I kind of just stopped watching. Oh god, I'm gonna die here because I can't block any of this. Ow, I don't block that. Oh, I don't have cure yet. Ew, okay. This sucks. I don't get cure from this, right? I forget, when do I get cure? It's before Pirates, I know that much. I know you get Reflect from Timeless River. Do you get it from Olympus? Oh. Okay, don't jump again. Oh my goodness. Oh no. I just have to take this. Okay. This is fine. We can work with this. But again, there was like a big tonal shift when it came to like Adventure Time's story. And like, for me, for some dumb reason, I was just like, this feels like it's too... Okay. This feels like it's too much for me. So I didn't like keep up with it that much. And then I started watching Adventure Time again, and I was like, I like this. So, again, it's weird. Okay, I'm going to assume that, like, the 10 pieces that William has put is, like, at least good enough. Oh, you get cure from here. Okay. I'm assuming it's good enough for me to read now. Say that you make a unit for one character, and that unit is that character's apprentice.
Hey, wait a minute.
And if they are near each other, they have bigger chances for team attacks. Okay, so it's kind of like the recent Fire Emblem games. Or at least Awakening. That's like the most I know from the recent Fire Emblem games that did that. If they're next to each other, or like actually paired with each other,
I wonder what's up.
they can do team attacks and boost each other up in terms of like stats. Because that I do know. But only... Oh wait. If the apprentice is near the master can learn their magic spells. But only if they use them repeatedly and while staying close together, and if the master's apprentice levels up the master... Oh, and if the master's apprentice levels up, the master gets stat boost. And this is simply the tip of how much customization you can have in the game. And this is all that you explore on the DS port. You are fine. You are perfectly fine. Because, like, I would end up going in this much detail over, like, Cage Chain of Memories. Because I actually like the combat of Chain of Memories. Because, like, a lot of people don't. But, like, I really like it and how in-depth it can be. But, like, that's fine. Like, that kind of gameplay is fine. Max level is 9,999. Okay, that's a bit much. The highest level I've seen for an RPG is 100. So, I'm like, okay, dog, I'm not grinding that much. Oh, that's actually insane to me. That I don't think I've ever seen a game at all where the level could be sent up to like that high. Anything past 100. Maybe like 150 or something. That's not an MMO anyways. But like having that much customization is fine. But like you don't 100% need that in Persona. I know that Persona 5 Royal, because I've been playing that as well. I know Persona 5 Royal added in some tweaks, so like there's even more like stuff. Cause like Baton Pass is just a common thing now, which like thank God, cause like Baton Pass, it's such a lifesaver, dog. Cause like in another thing that irritated playing as Haru in the original P5 was that she did not get Baton Pass and she got no abilities until like after you met with Akechi. So like, well, after he was in your party. So it's just like, why would I ever play Haru? Akechi can do like everything now. I'm just like, dog, I'm not playing as Haru. This doesn't... No. But, I think I usually put potion in there. Oh, no, I put cure here. I put potion here, fire here, and then blizzard there. Like, you can level up your weapons by fighting dungeons in them. You get yourself stronger. Excuse me, twice full. But yeah, again, having that much customization with the game is fine, and not every single game needs that, in my opinion. Like, it's fine for Persona that have its strength, and then for Disgaea to have its strengths as well, and like how in-depth it goes. Because to me, Persona 5 is still like fairly in-depth because of like the time mechanic itself. And like, if you don't know how to get some of these things, then yeah, it's a bit harder. Which is kind of to be expected. And if you spend a lot of your time doing certain things, you might have an easier time with other things, depending on like, well, compared to like other people. Also, hello, I'm trying to make sure these rocks don't crush my head. Hello, D-bro. I could not see your name for a second. I had to move closer to my computer screen. Ow. But I think I like explained everything with the whole Baton Pass situation, because like in Royal, like everyone has Baton Pass now just by default, which thank goodness. Because not having your party members not having Baton Pass and not being able to get them until after the palace was the most infuriating thing, because you would more than likely need them throughout the palace to begin with. So you just have one member in your party that just can't be Baton Pass 2 or Baton Pass to anyone. So it's just like dope. They're just a huge clog in the palaces. More often than not, they're just a huge clog. At least early on in the game, it made sense because like no one has Baton Pass. But then when everyone but that one party member has it, it's just like, I don't want you in my party, but I have to have you here because like no one else other than Joker can do this. But if I do this with Joker, he would just say, well, nah, he would just run out of SP if I did not have like the very strong stuff to deal with that. I bought Goofy and all stuff. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Was that the right thing? It was not. Glad I checked that. Would you say you are experiencing a rock concert because they are bringing the roof down on your head? Boy. Anyways, you subbed recently and binged your reviews. I've heard a lot of people like binge my reviews, which is interesting. Like that's how a lot of recent subs have occurred. A lot of people have binged my reviews. And I'm glad I do have the I'm surprised at this, but I'm glad I do have the reviews well, the amount of reviews to binge, because I almost have like 50 reviews now, which is crazy. But that's just hours of watching me, which is, it's so weird to think that people are willing to watch hours of me at a single time. Like, in separate videos and like separate sessions or whatever, whenever a new video comes out. Okay, that makes sense. But like, people binging me, especially when they first see me, binging me for hours. Because like, on average, my videos are like, what, 17 minutes? And we're just gonna say on average. It's probably longer than that, I'm not gonna lie, given recent videos. Like maybe 18 minutes. But like, people are willing to sit there and watch me for hours at a time. It's just crazy. Have I seen the Sonic movie? I have not seen the Sonic movie, actually. There's so much stuff that I want to do, but like I wanted to see Joker, but I was in college. I wanted to see the Sonic movie, but I was in college. So, I can't use the other thing. I'm gonna keep Goofy out for now. And then when things get bad, I'll try and switch out Goofy for Donald so that he can heal. That's fine. Well, actually, no. Don't want auto limit. But yeah, to think that like people are binging my videos for like 3 hours, not 3 hours, like 3 videos for a single hour is crazy. Because like the shortest my videos are, well, my review videos anyways, usually are like 11 minutes. And that's like the GBA games when I don't have any lore in them. But like the ones that have lore and are already like long reviews to begin with, like my most recent ones being Madagascar Escape to Africa and New Super Lucky Sale. Like, the fact that people are willing to binge those in like those hour time spans is crazy. Ow. Okay, Hades. Oh my goodness, we are gonna do that. Okay. I think we're good now, kind of. I think that large body is still a problem, but... Okay, all of them are still a problem, that's unfortunate. Hold up, Reliance Dog. Okay, that killed him. Move, move, move. Okay, he didn't throw a fireball at me. Good. I was definitely thinking he was going to, and just snipe me in the back. But that surprisingly went well, aside from the very, very end. And you hate... I'm assuming your hate for Persona 5 is just because you've experienced it a lot more RPGs that do things more than it. Like, even Persona Q had a better gameplay setup. Like, it's not flat out terrible, but it's mediocre. Okay, maybe that's fair. Maybe that's also, like, your preference to have a lot more, like, I don't know if depth is the right word. Maybe it is. To have, like, a lot more depth and customization in RPGs. And that's fine. I'm going to go this way. But, which is perfectly fine. Like, if you're expecting to have more, like, customization and depth when it comes to combat from RPGs, and then that's fine. And actually, I think, like, what is it? Xenoblade Chronicles would actually be, like, pretty good for you. Because, like, Xenoblade Chronicles does, like, a decent amount of what you kind of want, I think. It doesn't go into, like, the level of Disgaea, I believe, but it does, like, go more in depth in, like, Persona's combat. from what you would want, I think.
It's over.
Okay, there we go. I expected him to just randomly turn like that. Oh, come on. I want sliding dash. I guess you don't do sliding dash downhill? I don't know if I'm doing it.
Take this.
You hope that some of the issues you have with the original are fixed with Persona 5 Royal. I'm not entirely I'm not entirely sure if you'd like the changes that they made.
Take this.
Because, like, along with, like, baton pass being, like, okay, like, everyone has baton pass by default because, like, that's just an infuriating thing to deal with in palaces. And it was, like, only in palaces where that was, like, a thing. Because you weren't able to, like, increase, like, you weren't even able to activate their confidant until after the palace. Which at that point it was just like, okay, they're only good for future palaces and mementos. But, what else? But when it came to Royal, one of the changes that they made was that, I think it was, okay, for the 4th person that you did in a row, like, if you were able to pass it to every single party member, then the 4th one that you passed it to was able to do any action without any form of cost. But that's only if you got to that 4th person. Everyone else would have to, like, have some form of cost until you got to that 4th person. Otherwise, then yeah. And, like, I haven't experienced too often where you're able to get to that 4th person. Because, like, in boss fights, you're not going to be able to do that, obviously. Because, like, most of the time, bosses aren't even weak to anything. And then, even for, like, regular enemy encounters, I haven't gotten that much. So, like, maybe. And then, also, there are some accessories that have, like, what is it? Yeah, there's abilities tied to accessories. Where, like, well, I think that's abilities, that's a little bit vague, but, like, moves are tied to some accessories. Like, you could have wind on an accessory and give it to someone, and they were able to now perform wind. You've never played any of the games from the Persona series, is it worth it? I would say it very much is, because, like, the stories for Persona are, like, really good. Gameplay is a little bit iffy, depending on, like, how far you go back, because people usually say that, like, 5 is the best gameplay-wise. Because in 3, you're not able to control what your partners do, which is, like, to me, I'm just like, okay, I can't imagine doing that. Not in, like, 2020 when you can control every aspect of the combat. Because in Persona 3, if you... Sometimes it would literally just be dependent on if your partner was just smart or not. And if they were just dumb, then you just get screwed over and there would be nothing you could do about it. But, like, I would say that it is worth it to play the Persona, or at least a Persona game. Also, it should have been called Persona 5 Crimson. Like, you don't mind simple or complex systems. You never use baton pass. It was never an important thing to you. That's interesting. I'm not gonna lie. That's interesting that you didn't use baton pass. Because I feel like that's also a main mechanic of the entire game. Which is also, like, odd that, like, again, you're not able to get it until after their palaces, but, like, it is still, like, a main mechanic of the game. Well, for the combat, anyways. That's interesting. Who's your favorite Cage character? It would be Roxas. I'd say Roxas. Because before I, like, use Nagito as, like, my avatar or whatever, I actually use Roxas as just, like, icon and stuff. So... Oh, it's over there. Of course it is. Like, you got by without it, and it was never something that felt necessary. Well, that's fair. If you're able to get around not using it, then that's perfectly fine. But that's so weird to me. But, well, again, for bosses, you're not able to use it, but... I don't know. I just can't imagine going through and not being able to use once more. Or not using it, rather. Or not using it all the time. Oh boy, I almost forgot. Dude, there's a jump there. Ow. Ow. Oh, there's a chest over here. Let me get this real quick. You need to sleep early today. Got online classes at 8 a.m. You still have online classes? That's crazy. Yeah, good luck with the online classes, man. Hey, I did it. Let's go. Ow. Let's hope I don't die. But oh, another thing is that I also like need to get through the rest of Royal, because like I got up to Futaba's Palace. I was doing Futaba's Palace. Okay, I thought that was gonna hit me. I'm glad it didn't. Oh my! Ghost Star annoying. All right, where are you? There you are. But like I got up to Futaba's Palace, and then I started playing 7 Remake. Can I get that? Let's see if I can. Yes, I can. Okay. Because all I saw was like the crown, and I could see nothing else. So I didn't remember if that was like actually something I had to jump onto or something. Now, admittedly, most of the game, after the second dungeon, you played it on easy, only to make fights go faster because of how long combat could be. Now, that does have something to do with it, because, like, on... what mode is it? I think safe is the easiest mode, and then it's easy, normal, hard, and then... what is it? Merciless. Because, like... on my original playthrough, I did it on normal. And then for Royal, I'm trying to do it on hard. Okay. Should be good. Almost forgot to equip that, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't think I'm gonna need it for this next fight. Because after how monotonous the second boss of the second dungeon. You didn't want to drag it on. Okay, yeah, I'll be honest. The second palace boss, I was just like, okay. This is like... Ugh. So yeah, I can definitely like somewhat agree. The second palace boss is like not exactly the best. And by the time you got around from the second to last dungeon, you turn it back to the hardest difficulty, and things didn't feel like anything changed. You didn't change your strategy. The only thing that changed was how bosses got longer. That's interesting. I'm not sure... I'm not exactly sure what you must have done, though, then. That's weird. Like, you should feel whiplash, but you didn't. Right. That's really weird. Okay. Because, like, whenever I went through the games, I just went on a singular mode, so that there would be no way for me to, like, tell. But, like, on hard, I was, like, kind of debating on, like, whether I should go to normal, because I'm like, I don't know if I'm under-leveled or not, because, like, I didn't go to Mementos because, like, I want to get more requests. I don't want to go to Mementos for just one request. And this is in Royal, by the way. I didn't want to go to Mementos for just a singular request, so I was just like, great, am I just under-leveled because I don't want to do one request? Or one singular request when I could do multiple? And the worst part is like, I might have to do that one request in order to get more. Ow. Oh my goodness. As long as he's away from... Okay, Max, please don't follow me. Meg, stop walking over to Pete. The game was really easy to break. You were also by level 99 by endgame because of a dumb exploit. Okay, yeah, there are some actually like stupid exploits that you can do in the game. Like, there's the money thing that you can do in Memento. Okay, I almost died just now. But there's money stuff that you can do in Mementos to just get a bunch of money. There's a bunch of stuff like that. So I'll admit, yeah, the exploits are like kind of dumb. Which is the death Mementos fight. Right, like I remember, like, it's actually better for you to get ambushed by the Reaper rather than ambushing him, which makes no sense.
This place gives me the creeps.
Death Despair. Also, yeah. You can just do status effects on like most things in the game aside from bosses. And you can just insta-win some bosses. Not, well, some like decently major fights. So yeah, again, I can agree with you there. But again, I'm one of those people that like don't, well, one, I didn't even know you could really, I didn't think about doing that till I was just like, eh. And like, I typically don't like doing it. And like, if it's the only way that I can get through a game, then I have a major problem with it. Because then it's like, okay, I can't even play the game normally without feeling like I'm, without suffering. Like I can't just play the game normally, how it's more than likely intended for me to play it without feeling like, yo, this sucks. Because like that's kind of the case with Dream Drop Distance in Kingdom Hearts. Like for me, it feels torturous to play this game with, well, not this game. It feels torturous to play Dream Drop Distance without rolling it. Or without like doing some form of like abusing of like certain like attacks. Because it felt like I had to play it this way, where it felt like I was cheesing the game, or I just couldn't play the game. And I hated it. And like, I try to play Kingdom Hearts games on the hardest difficulties. So like, I'm used to like playing Kingdom Hearts 1 on Proud, Kingdom Hearts 2 on Crit, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories on Crit, not Crit, Proud, there's no Crit on Chain of Memories. But I'm used to playing on the harder difficulties. So when it comes to like Birth by Sleep and Chain of Memories, Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop, where it's like I have to play cheaply in order to get through the game at all, then it's just like, why is it like that? But like with Persona 5, I feel like I'm able to play legitimately and still have like a decently good time. Like there are times you die late game though, but it never felt that impactful. Like if you died, quick restart. For me, whenever I died, it was just like, okay, this kind of sucks, because I had to redo like a lot whenever I died. And it would usually be like fairly sudden too. Like I would just get blown up and I just die and I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta restart now. Unless it was a boss, obviously, because you can just restart bosses. I don't know. Come on. There we go. Also, Jerky Scientist, because I saw the comment earlier, I will try to do Bakugan games at some point, but right now I have other, like, requests and reviews. I play all the games on Crit. I also play the games on the hardest not challenges, but game mode. The only times where I probably won't try to do that again is Dream Drop and debatably 3. Because like with 3, my issue is that the rooms are just so large and nothing saves. So like if I die, I have to recollect everything. So I'm just like, I don't feel like playing. I don't want to get all this again. Oh, I have thunder now. You got all the plats for each cage game except 3D. Almost done though. I have it for 1, 2, and Rechain. But I don't have it for Birth by Sleep. I have it at 90%. And that's because like I did everything for Ventus, but not everything for Terra and Aqua. Because that's... ugh. You have to do so much again. I don't have everything for 0.2 or Dream Drop. And not only did I get plat for like 1, 2, and Rechain, I think I've actually done all of those twice. Like both on the PS3 version and the PS4 version of those games. Oh, I should probably take fire off of Donald. I don't want him sending off the bombs. Okay, there we go. I'll just give you MP Rage in its place. jump here. Try DMC 1, Dante Must Die. I've tried to play Devil May Cry before. It's... Or at least the first game. The first game I was just like, dog, this is not an enjoyable experience. Like, just the base game, I'm just like, this is not that enjoyable for me. Because, like, for me, the game doesn't tell me enough of what to do. Okay, thanks, Mom. But, like, yeah, for me, it just didn't tell me enough to do. And just in terms of, like, controls, like, I barely even knew how to shoot my gun. It's, yeah, because I'm pretty sure Dante May Die mode is like just you get hit once and you're dead. I forget if it's also where every enemy dies in one hit, but you also die in one hit. I think that's just DMC Devil May Cry, where that's a thing. Maybe. Oh, also, another main reason that, like, I'm just noticing that, like, I enjoy, like, the earlier games crits and, like, harder difficulties over, like, Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop is that regular attacks have a purpose. I can do something with regular attacks without feeling like chip damage. Because even in KH3, like, they give you an item that increases your strength just to, like, make sure that you're decent enough. I didn't get a cyclone trigger there? Why did I not get a cyclone trigger? Okay, man, whatever. I was literally looking at that and it just did not give me a trigger for it. First game is jank, but you get used to it. See, that's the thing with DMC, because, like, from what I've heard from my friends, 1 is outdated, 2 is bad, 3 is where it gets good, 4 is good, 5 is good, DMC is DMC. So, like, half the games are, like, bad, and then the other games are good. Which, to me, I'm just like, I don't know, Chief. Because, like, I was like, it took 3 games to get it right, but then I was like, wait, okay, no. The first one was probably good for its time. It's just outdated. I can't blame it in that way. It's just outdated compared to, like, the other DMC games. But then they went from 1 and then messed up with 2 for some reason. It's actually pretty straightforward where to go in most cases. The normal, like normal, is a decent challenge, but higher than that, you will get bodied. See, I think I was on normal and I got bodied too, and I was just like, dude, this doesn't feel enjoyable. Cause, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the games that I grew up playing, but, like, I'm usually at least told, like, at least a good amount of the gameplay mechanics, but, like, DMC 1 doesn't even teach you how to shoot, which is just, like, you have to look up everything in terms, well, inside of the game, in terms of, like, how to control stuff, and I'm like, there's not a tutorial for this stuff? Okay, that seemed kind of important. Ow. These bombs are being really annoying. More like 2 or 3 times and you die. That's not a thing in DMC1. I'm pretty sure you could do that. Skip to DMC3 and work out. See, that's the thing though. I don't like going out of order of release date. Or at least typically I don't anyways. Oh no. Okay. I'm pretty sure that can one-shot and crit, or like almost one-shot, so I need to be careful of those. It's decent, but KH1 is better. Okay, I talked a lot when it came to like the conversation, so I'm not entirely sure what you're like referencing that to. Or referring that to. DMC2 was bad because of troubled development. Oh. Oh, I thought I had counter guard. Maybe I just didn't activate it right. Oh no, that almost one-shot me. Okay, everything's around me. Okay, I didn't expect him to do that immediately afterwards. 2 is far more annoying because it's easy to get lost. Man, I don't know. Maybe I'm just bad at... I don't even know, because like I'm not that bad at problem solving sometimes. I'll admit sometimes I'm stumped for like dumbest reasons, but other times I'll just be navigating for like a long time and I'm just like, I don't know where to go or what to do. You platinum DMC1, you can't get a mode where you die in one hit. Oh, that's what you're talking about, okay. Oh, when I was talking about DMC, I was talking about like the quote-unquote reboot DMC. I think that's the thing in that one. You do want to work on the rest of the series, but both 1 and 2 are quite taxing. Yeah, that's just what I've heard. Like, I hear everyone just say, like, just go to 3. Don't bother with 1 or 2. I'm like, what? No. Because I'm one of those people that want to get the full experience from a series. I don't want to just leave out the bad stuff. Because, like, even with Jak and Daxter, when I, like, did Let's Plays for the Jak and Daxter games, I did Jak and Daxter, I did all of them, including Lost Frontier, which, like, everyone says is, like, the worst Jak and Daxter game. And I played it and I was like, this is not as bad as, like, I expected it to be from, like, everyone's opinion of it. Because, like, everyone's opinion of it is, like, it's not even, like, a bad game, but as a Jak and Daxter game, it's bad. Like, from the standard of Jak and Daxter games, it's bad. I missed most of those shadows with that fire. Yeah, you get me, okay. Also, the touch Bomberman the platinum is ridiculous. I haven't really been, like, going too much for platinums recently. Like, I might try and go for the platinum for FF7, because, like, I'm getting a lot of trophies for that right now. And that's mainly because, like, I'm just one of those people that like to do everything when in a game, like, before moving on. Or at least as much as I can. So, like, right now I've done, like, basically all of the side quests of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Ow. I was hoping he'd go into the round 2. Okay, Shadow's being annoying as usual. 1,000,000 blocks to break, 1,000,000 bombs to use, 1,000,000 tears to shed. Ugh. Oh my goodness, this thing's in the way of the stupid shot. Whatever, fine. I'll do this. I also need to remember there's a chest, like, yeah, over here. But I know the most infuriating platinums for me to have ever gotten was for Chain of Memories, because, like, Riku's story is just level up, and there's nothing else, which makes it just extremely boring. And then, for Sora, it's get all the Heartless cards, and those are literally just luck dependent. So it's just entirely dependent on whether the game likes you or not. You're still not done. Yeah, and there's also, like, no progress. Like, there's no form of progress bar when it comes to PS4 trophies. Like, I kind of hope that's a thing with PS5. It probably won't be, but I don't see that as being, like, too bad of an idea. Like, having some form of, like, progress bar for, like, anything that's, like, a big number. That way you have at least some form of idea of, like, how much you've done. Oh my goodness, is he respawning? Okay, we're just gonna... Oh, their helps keep going back up because they keep respawning. It'll... Okay.
This way.
Okay, that's a really bad spot for them to spawn.
This way. Let's go. This way.
Also says no more with the plat on Rechain? What? You know the pain all too well. Yeah.
This way.
It's so bad. And, like, only recently I've actually seen, like, there's some really big manipulation that you can do to make it, like, Heartless cards a lot easier, or specific ones a lot easier. And I'm just like, dog, who had the time to do this? Because, like, people don't even like this game like that. For you to have dedicated this much time to being able to figure out how to do it precisely, and, like, you have to do some kind of dumb manipulation in rooms to, like, because I've seen, like, a speed run where, like, you have to, like, destroy boxes in, like, a specific order in order to, like, get a specific card that you want from, like, a breakable or from, like, a Moogle shop. And I'm like, who figured this out and why? Look, I actually like this game, unlike most people, and, like, I platinumed this game twice on the PS3 version being one of them, and I'm like, why are you doing this?
This way. Let's go. This way.
It only barely helps.
Let's go.
I mean, yeah, but, like,
This way. Let's go.
it's still just like, bro.
This way.
And if you're talking about the what is it? The, like, Looming Darkness or Teeming Darkness card or stuff like that, it's not even that. It's, like, even further than that. Like, just dodge rolling outside of, like, rooms affects it. And I'm like, bro, what? Why do you know this?
Let's go.
Why have you experimented with this?
This way.
Why would you do it twice? I don't know. I hate myself, I guess. Come on.
This way.
And, like, because, like, obviously the PS3 version at that point is just gonna be obsolete when the PS4 version came out, and I'm just like, I want the trophies. So I did it again. I know it's not necessarily the best reasoning, but I still did it. There's no other chests in here, I think. Oh, well that's not gonna do much. Is this the human condition of madness? Perhaps, I guess. Do that. Donald, I'll give you that, I guess, because you need the defense. I'm pretty sure you get better rings, but whatever. I'm just playing the game to play the game right now. That's a strength one, so I'm gonna give that to you. Oh, that's the wrong thing. You are one foolish boy. I am. I also have a bunch of hours and days, but that was like before I started not liking days. That was like when the only Cage games I played were like Birth by Sleep, Days, and Recoded. Before I realized what like decent game design was. Then again, so are you for wanting the Bomberman art plat. That's fair.
What's that for? What's that?
I hate that I figured out that you could do this. Unfortunately, I can't combo off of it, but whatever. Oh my goodness. What? What even hit me there? Trust me, you go crazy for some. Yeah, I think the only ones that I've actually been like, oh my goodness, was Chain of Memories. That's like the only one. I probably would for like Dream Drop and Birth by Sleep because you have to do so much again. Well, mainly for Birth by Sleep, you have to do a lot again.
It's over.
Also, I kind of have to just hope that Shattuck is going to be up at like 1 AM. Because that's probably when I'm going to stop streaming. But like, who knows if he's going to be up then. Also, I remember like the PS3 version of this game was just god-awful. Like, I remember like that reaction command just straight up didn't work. I found like a background music glitch in like Beast Castle where both like the regular music and the battle music was playing at the same time. Like, it was I didn't mean to use that, but whatever. I got hit, so it's fine. I actually made some decent use out of it. Come on. They're wrecking the town.
Thunder. Yeah.
But like, what else is bad aside from load times, obviously? Oh, the Xemnas fight just straight up didn't work. Well, not even... Not that it straight up didn't work, but the reaction command for it was awful. It basically was broken compared to the original version. I think it's still like that. Give me the car. Oh no. Ow. Also, the car is like the one Heartless where I'm just like, yo, this Heartless is not that bad. People just don't know how to be patient with Kingdom Hearts games, I swear. This is a Hellford, which I didn't even need. Okay, thank you, Donald. Oh, dang. Okay, that was weird. Okay, this is actually a little bad. Hopefully I can attack you now. Okay, thank goodness. the man meter was kind of almost full. That area brought Ed and Eddie memories. Destroying a tiny black and white city. Oh right, the Godzilla ripoff episode. I remember now. That or like the level and the misadventures. I remember that. I need to remember, I don't have Magnet yet. I think I get Magnet after Port Royal? I think that's when I get it. Because I know you get Reflect from Timeless River. Wow, that didn't feel like that went that easy. I thought that was longer, but whatever. And then I need to go fight Pete.
You bugs couldn't follow me if you wanted to. Later, loser.
Okay, I thought I missed for a second because I was like really close to the ground. Okay, thanks game. Give me that reaction command really late. Weird, that usually doesn't take 4 hits. Is it because I missed one? That's still weird. Because it's usually 3 hits, I think. Unless I'm just remembering wrong. Also, you know, I'm trying to like pay attention to chat and like do this. Okay, thank goodness that works because I don't think I would have been able to press triangle there. Also, I never mentioned how Ed and Eddie only have 3 bosses, oddly. That's true, actually. There are actually like only 3 bosses in that game, I think. Because I know the Cankers at the end of the game. There's the Kanker boss in the Godzilla level. Oh, and then the boss in the space junkyard. I think that's it. I don't use this. Do I want to... Wait. I thought I took... Oh, right. I took fire off of him, but I died. Hey yo, what's up, Badir? Thanks for the support on the stream. The GBA version has none. That is funny. Ow. And you really hope if you ever return, well, if I ever return to that, I reel in terror of the last stage. Ow, okay. Let's hope exactly that doesn't happen. Oh, dope. I guess he's just stuck like that then. Dang it. Have to wait. Yeet. You know, I never knew that he stayed like that until the limit went away. Now I know that, I guess. I was hoping to just be able to do as much damage as I could to him before the stage transition, but unfortunately, no, can't do that. I've never looked out. Okay. I almost died from that. Oh, we're still out here. Like, in the pier area. I've never actually looked out this window before. That's weird. That's really interesting. So I think, yeah, it's literally this and the last transformation that only take you to a different area. That's really interesting. I've never known that. I just assumed that he actually transported this stuff to the other area, but no. Oh my god, Pete's getting in the way. Okay, I had to really hope that he didn't do that again. Oh my. Like, that last stage in the GBA's version is so cruel, and so is the ending. Okay, thank goodness, because I remember one time I was trying to fight Pete, and I just could not hit him with this. Thankfully that didn't happen this time. But yeah, I don't know if I'll ever, like, do the GBA version. Like, maybe one day, but, like, I have no idea. Because people do want me to, like, do the other Ed and Eddie games. So, like, maybe when I don't have any other games, well, Ed and Eddie games, maybe I could do that, but, like, I'm not sure. Because, again, it kind of feel like it's not even the same game, but it's the same title. That's the problem. It's the same title. So that's the main issue. But yeah, I've been streaming for about 3 hours. It's almost 1 a.m. So I'm going to head out. It was nice chatting with you, catching up with people in the stream. I'm going to be heading out. I also am going to have to delete that other stream that's like 4 minutes, because that went down. Maybe an Ed and Eddie month? I don't know. I probably wouldn't do that though. Like, if there's a month, I'd probably do it for just Cartoon Network in well, not even Cartoon Network in general. That wouldn't work because I kind of normally do that somewhat. And then it also just entirely depends on, like, the situation. Because, like, if I'm in college, it's, like, gonna be weird. Just label it GBA. Just the Game Boy Advance. But yeah, you have a great day too, man. At least tomorrow, anyways, for me. I'm not sure what your time is on this. Yes, the Ben 10 Reboot Game does exist as well. I'm trying to get through all of the other Ben 10 games first, though. So I know I have Cosmic Destruction, then I have the racing game, then I have Omniverse 1, then Omniverse 2, and then the Reboot Game. which is a lot, but yeah. We probably die doing a CN game month, too many games. And also, at most, I usually do like 2 games a month. So like, I can't even dedicate a whole month to just anything. Unless it was just 2 games. And that's implying that I can get those 2 games out in those 2 months. But yeah, again, I'm gonna be heading out. So, it was fun chatting with you guys. So, I'll be seeing you guys